and welcome to another Spectrum Geeks video. In this one I'm talking about my latest helmet. It's a HJC RPHA 70. Okay, so we're going to unbox this HJC helmet in just a moment on this video, but this is the first HJC helmet I've ever had. I've still not ridden with this one yet, so before the end of the video I am going to go out for a ride to kind of let you know what I think in terms of wind, noise, visibility, etc., so you can make any more informed decision. I got this for a couple of reasons. One, there was a good price through Bennett's Bike Social Club membership. That's not a sponsored thing or a plug or anything, but they had a good deal through the bike shop with that, so I decided to pick one up. And the colourway, it's got a bit of red on it and it fits in with the Ducati, so that's why I decided to buy this one. I'm not going to have any audio headset or anything in this one, so I can't record for you what it sounds like, but just give you my impressions after. So this is it. It's the HJC RPHA 70. So it's a helmet that's been around a while, I think since 2016, 2018, so it's still valid. Obviously just the colorways change year by year, and the one I have in here is the Kroon Red one. So we'll unbox it, show you what's in there, and I'll try it on, talk about specifications, and we'll see how we go. So in terms of boxing, pretty standard with helmets. With a HJC you do get a clear visor included in there as standard, but as with most of my helmets that I'm just using during the summer and fair weather riding, I do prefer to have one of the dark smoke visors. So for this it's one of the HJC HJ 26ST I think it is, which again is in here, and I will fit that so we'll see together how easy it is to fit it. This is the smoked visor just in here, and it is pin lock compatible. Both the clear and the smoked visor is pin lock compatible, and you do get a pin lock anti-fog shield in here as well. So let's have a look. There we have our pin lock in there as well. So that is HJ26 or HJ26ST made in Belgium. And then we have a little bit of paraphernalia in here. So that's a HJC sticker and some manual information showing you how to put things on, just the strap, etc. But nothing I think we need to be focused on too much. And then the HJC helmet itself in a nice helmet case. So get the spiders out, things when you have it stored. A little pop. Just here, if memory serves me correctly, it's an extra large one that I went for, which is the right for me, and it does come in 3 different shell sizes. So if you have the right shaped head, hopefully you're going to find one that fits. I have tested this and tried this on for comfort, and I'm happy with it. But here we see what it's like inside. That's it. Kroon Red. So it's like a more of a matte finish with some blacks and grey and some red striping on there. In terms of venting, we've got quite a few vents on here. We have a top vent here on the top, and you can kind of just adjust that by kind of pushing forwards and backwards. So very good, obviously, especially when you do have gloves on. There is a couple of vents here over the chin, which you adjust just with this little switch just here. Again, perfectly fine for when you are wearing gloves. And then there are these 2 kind of side vents here, and then 2 on the top as well. And I think you can open and close those a little bit just by those switches as well. So all easy to get access to, not too fiddly or anything like that. So yeah, very happy in terms of functionality. There's a few helmets I've seen, not ones that I bought myself, but that I've tried on in the past, and it's just too fiddly to kind of get things to work. Then in terms of some of the other functions and features, this is coming quite common. I'm not sure if it's an ECE requirement. So this is ECE 22.05 certified, but you have this emergency interior removal. So obviously if you're in an accident, instead of having to mess around with the D-strap, which is the type of buckle we have on here, emergency services can get you out pretty quickly. The helmet itself though is a lightweight carbon, so it's nice and light, 1,485 grams, and it's what HJC call their hybrid touring helmet range, but it is based on the super light racing RPHA 11 racing helmet, so some good heritage in there. And again, it's a nice, really good wide visor, so really good visibility, which again, I'm not a super experienced motorcyclist, but something that I definitely value. And another thing, again, it's coming quite common in my experience with the helmets when I've been looking at them, in terms of the padding. They've got antibacterial fabric, so it's not going to get all manky hopefully, but also has the moisture wicking lining, so if you are on a hot day and you're having trouble with ventilation, perhaps you're stuck in traffic a lot, it's going to help draw the sweat away from your face and your head, which is really nice. And all HJC helmets come with a 5-year warranty, so if you do have any deterioration due to workmanship, that is pretty good. And as I said, it comes in many colours, not just this Kroon Red one, which obviously is changing every year, so I still think valuable for you to look at. And if you're interested in ratings, obviously as I mentioned already, as the ECE 22-05 rating, but it also has a 3-star sharp rating as well. Now if we look at the visor, that's maybe the only thing that I'm not super happy with, but I tend to have my visor either all the way down or all the way up anyway. But to get access to it, there is a locking mechanism just at the front here, which you kind of press and lift up. So that is slightly fiddly with your gloves on, but not super fiddly. But you can see it has got some locking positions, and they seem pretty robust. And there is at the bottom here one of those, I don't know, it's like, I call it like a chin wind guard. So as the wind's rushing up against you, it's not disappearing up into the helmet as well. But again, I'm really happy with kind of how that all fits together. And then just on the side here, if you can see, there is a lever again, which is quite easy to access with your gloves. This is only my second helmet that has an integrated visor. None of them I think you get access to really easily. Normally it's on the top that you kind of push down, whereas this one you kind of pull it and slide it and it goes up and down. So relatively easy to get access to, with your gloves on if you're wearing the helmet just like that. But again, nice and easy. So let's have a quick look at changing out this visor, putting in the pin lock into the smoked one, and then I'll pop out for a little ride and then come back and let you know what I think. Is it windy and noisy, or is it pretty good to go? Okay, so I'm hoping that you can see this. I do a little overlay in case it's not super clear. On each side of the visor there's this little tab, and in very small writing it says eject, and if we push against that, it does eject the visor out a little bit. Oh! And if you do it on both sides, again, it's just popping itself straight back out, and then obviously to push it back in, you're just going to line it back up and clip it back into place. So super easy to replace the visor on this particular helmet. I'm not sure if that's standard on all HJC. Probably is. I wouldn't see why you wouldn't do that. But I'm going to grab the smoke visor and I'll show you how I plug that back in, and then try it on so you can see, do my little fashion shoot, and then I'll go for a ride and then finish up this video with my final thoughts. Okay, so this is the smoked lens, and again, not really needed on this helmet for summertime use, because obviously you have the integrated visor. But again, as I'm only mostly riding in the daytime, I do prefer to go for the look of the smoked lenses. Obviously not for nighttime use. If you've ever, like me, I have got caught out a couple of times where you've got a smoke visor on and it starts to kind of get dark, and you're going to spend the whole of your trip back with the visor up, wind smashing in your face. It's not good fun. So ride responsibly and obviously make your own decisions about what you do with these smoke visors. But anyway, so it's off, and all we're going to do basically is just clip this back in. So I'll just pop this in either side. Should be super straightforward. Obviously, you have to remember the orientation, so we had the visor up when we ejected it. It's replicating the same thing. Make sure it's up on both sides. I'm just going to clip this back. Okay, it's a little bit difficult to show you, but basically you kind of offer up the lens whilst pushing back those two eject buttons, and then it kind of clips into place like that, and then you're good to go. And I think I forgot to mention the visor, that it's a little bit of magnet on there as well as the clip, which helps kind of clip it down and hold it into place. But I agree, looks pretty swish, and yeah, obviously keep you safe as well. So let me just pop it on so you can have a rough idea what it looks like. And as I mentioned, this is the extra large, so the largest shell size. Nice and snug there. And obviously, like any helmet, it's going to take a few rides before things start to get bedded and feel a little bit more comfortable, but you don't want it to be loose, so you shouldn't be able to move it around your head or anything, because the idea is if you come off, this needs to stay on to protect your noggin. So this is how it looks. Hopefully pretty good. Visor down. Pretty good, feels really comfortable to it. There we go. So that's it, the HJC RPHA 70 in Kroon Red. I'm gonna go out for a ride and then come back and let you know what I think about the wind noise. It has been a couple of days since I went out for the ride with the HJC, and I have to say, I think this might be my favourite helmet now. I didn't bother wearing any earplugs, and the wind noise was so minimal with this helmet. So in terms of wind noise, absolutely fantastic. Ventilation worked really well. Accessing the visor controls up and down was absolutely fine with gloves on, as kind of tested off the bike, as was kind of adjusting the chin piece and the head piece here in terms of ventilation. These rear ones, I did try and kind of mess with them a little bit, but it took a little bit of trying to find them on the back. So I think this is something that really you kind of specify what you want to have in terms of the ventilation before you go out instead of messing around with them. But no, I'm really happy and impressed with it. Like I said, I think I might look at other HJC helmets in the future as well. Really impressed with this, and I think actually, I think my Shoei helmet may be my most expensive helmet, but I think this is potentially better. So yeah, I was not expecting that. So hope this video helps. Again, can't show you any footage on the bike, unfortunately, because of current, after moving, my cameras that I would normally clip on the bike are still in a box somewhere. But yeah, thought I'd share anyway rather than not. So thanks very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please like it, much appreciated, and subscribe if you haven't done already. Other videos on the channel for your viewing pleasure. Until the next video, take care of yourself and goodbye for now.